Ravens Hollow was a town steeped in shadows. Ancient oaks lined the streets, their branches heavy with secrets. The air always felt colder there, heavier. The town had a long history, much of it was lost to time. What remained were whispers and legends, tales told to frighten children. The most disturbing tale was that of the house on the hill. Locals avoided it, they knew its darkness, they knew its secrets. The house stood alone, shrouded in darkness. It was a grand Victorian mansion once. Now it was a decaying corpse. Its windows were like vacant eyes, the paint peeled from its walls like shedding skin. The porch sagged, threatening to collapse. The house was a graveyard of memories. It was said to be haunted by the ghost of Eliza Blackwood, a young woman who had disappeared within its walls. No trace of her was ever found. Eliza was a radiant soul. Her laughter was contagious, her spirit unbreakable, until the day she vanished. She had been madly in love with a young man named Samuel. Their love was the talk of the town, until Samuel vanished too. Some say Samuel left Eliza. Heartbroken, she took her own life. Others whisper a darker truth. They say Samuel never left at all. They say he murdered Eliza, buried her within the walls of the house. The old house held a morbid fascination for the town's youth. They dared each other to approach it, to touch its iron gate, to peek inside. One group, bolder than the rest, decided to explore the house. There was Jake, the ringleader, always pushing boundaries. Emily, the skeptic, trying to mask her fear. And Ben, the quiet one, drawn to the unknown. They met at the stroke of midnight, the witching hour. The air crackled with anticipation and dread. Section 5, Unsettling Discoveries. The front door creaked open as if inviting them in. The smell hit them first, must and decay. The air inside was heavy, stagnant, the darkness complete. They fumbled for their flashlights. The beams danced across dusty furniture, cobwebs and shadows. Each room seemed to whisper their names. They found strange symbols etched into the walls, unsettling symbols. They felt a cold breath on their necks, heard whispers in the silence. Section 6, Eliza's Ghost. As they went deeper into the house, the air grew colder. A chill settled over them, seeping into their bones. And then they saw her. A translucent figure in a white gown. Her face was obscured by shadows, but her sadness was palpable. She reached out to them, her voice a mournful whisper. "Help me," she pleaded. "He's trapped me here. Don't let him hurt you too." Section 7. The killer's return. Terror choked their breaths. They turned to flee, but the door slammed shut. A cold, evil laughter echoed through the house. They were trapped. A figure emerged from the shadows, tall and menacing. His eyes glowed with a malevolent light. He held a rusty hook in his hand. This was no ghost. This was Samuel, Eliza's killer, and he had returned for them. Section 8. Trapped. They screamed and scattered, their fear echoing in the darkness. The house seemed to come alive, the walls closing in on them. There was nowhere to run. One by one, he picked them off, their screams cut short by the suffocating darkness. Their fear, a feast for the shadows. The house on the hill had claimed its new victims, their spirits bound to Eliza's, forever trapped in its haunted walls. Section 9, The Search. The next morning, the town awoke to a deafening silence. The teenagers were gone, vanished without a trace. A search party was formed, combing every inch of Ravens Hollow. They found nothing, no sign of a struggle, no forced entry, no clues. The teenagers had simply disappeared. Whispers of the house on the hill started again, darker this time, more insistent. The townspeople knew the truth. The house had taken them. Section 10, Forever Haunted. The house on the hill still stands, a silent sentinel overlooking Ravens Hollow, a constant reminder of the darkness that resides within its walls. Some say if you listen closely on a quiet night, you can hear them. The faint echoes of laughter, the terrified screams, the pleas for help. The house on the hill remains haunted, a prison for lost souls. Eliza's revenge complete, the town of Ravens Hollow forever shrouded in fear.